Well, okay, good morning, students. Hello, everyone. Okay, I would like to do this review. Like I told you before, that I want to give you review so you can try to learn by yourself with this video. Okay, the first material for us, we talk about pronouns, right? In self-introduction, also in other communication activities, pronouns are frequently used to prevent an important repetition. Okay, can you understand? Pronouns is a word that takes the place of a noun such as I, you, me, it, they, we, she, him, also us. Okay, this is the example of some of sentences that we can find example of pronoun. And then I already shared this book by PDF, right? So you can take a look that you can study it also at home. Okay, and then there are several types of pronouns: subjective, objective, possessive, adjective, and possessive pronoun. You can read this following table and the following explanation. I hope that you can understand this because you already know with the subjective like I, you, he, she, it, right? They, and then how to change that into objective: me, you, him, her, us, them, it, and then try to remind also again in possessive adjective and then in possessive pronoun. Just try to practice this every day. I hope that you can remind this, right? Because English is, if you meet with somebody else outside and they talk in English, I believe that also use this, right? So you have to remember this kind of the how to change that from subjective to objective and then to possessive adjective, often possessive pronoun. And then this is the example when we want to know about subjective pronoun. For example, here in the sentence that we have I, you, he, she, it, we, they, and then here the example of those sentences. If you see it, the underline like this, that's mean we talk about it. I have 3 dogs. Um, yep, this one, right? This is the subjective, right? You, he, she, we, they, and it. I have 3 dogs. You like to have many pen balls? He studies in elementary school. She will get married. We love Indonesia. They need attention. It barks when it is happy. Okay, this is the example of subjective pronoun. And then we go to the objective pronoun. Like I told you in the beginning, that pay attention in underline to the underlined words because this is the example they give here, right? This one I told you. I know Caroline. Sorry. She introduced me to you via email. I know Caroline. Ya, she introduced me gitu. Saya tahu Caroline. Dia memperkenalkan saya gitu kan melalui email. What about this one? Him. My brother is an elementary school student. Sometimes I accompany him. My brother, ya, to go to school. What about this one? Let's see. My sister is a good student. Her, yeah, because oh sorry, because we talk about my sister. Oh my goodness. And then go on. We love fat animals. Last week, our neighbor gave us a funny kitten. Yep, gave us. We talk about we, and then change it to us. Okay, and so on. So you have to remember with these. Right? If you don't believe, so you just take a look here. We, us, here. And then we can go to possessive adjective. Yes, I have a pen pal. My pen pal is very kind. So you have to pay attention in the underline. Jadi beri perhatiannya ada di sini. Yang dimaksud dengan my itu siapa gitu kan? Saya punya sahabat nih gitu kan, sahabat pena. Nah, sahabat pena saya itu sangat baik. Sahabat penanya siapa? Saya. Okay, great. And then part B, you have 3 dogs. Your dogs need a lot of attention. Yeah. You. So, the possessive adjective, your. Your is plus noun. Jadi setelah ini dia tambahnya adalah noun. Jadi your dogs. Dogs-nya ini kan noun. Ya, yang diterangkan. Okay. And then we go to the next. Possessive pronoun, like I told you before, we can put in the end of the sentence. This is my book, right? The book is mine. Di posisi dia ada di belakang, itu letaknya posisi pronoun. Kalau tadi dia masih menambahkan nounnya setelah itunya dia ada nounnya, ada tambahan noun di sini ya, di possessive adjective kita ada nounnya. Tapi di sini kita langsung meletakkan dia di akhir kalimat. Jadi berubahnya menjadi mine, yours, his, hers, theirs, ours. Okay. Can you understand about this? This is the example of possessive pronouns. And then here about possessive adjective. And coba diingat kembali perubahannya. Jadi kalau possessive adjective dia harus mendapatkan noun, kalau dia di possessive pronoun dia berada di paling belakang letaknya. Setelah objek baru dia. Jadi dia letaknya di mine atau di yours seperti ini. Okay, this is about pronouns. I hope that you can remember all of these. Jadi sebenarnya kita tuh nggak perginya nggak jauh-jauh, mas. Belum sampai ke refleksifnya. Kita masih sampai di possessive pronouns. Okay, and then like I told you in the last time that we also learn about dummy subject, right? Talk about dummy subject. Dummy subject, what is it? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, dummy subject, here we go. English clauses which are not imperative must have a subject. Sometimes we need to use a dummy or empty or artificial subjects when there is no subject attached to the verb and where the real subject is somewhere else in that clause. So we can change that into it and there. Jadi ada 2 dummy di sini. Jadi dia tuh kosong, dia tidak bisa menjelaskan bahwa dia tuh laki-laki atau perempuan, ya. Jadi tidak tahu bahwa spesifikasinya dia nih apa, maka kita digantikannya menggunakan it dengan there, ada 2. like I told you before, right? That we have discussed it. Nah, this one. It and there as dummy subject. This is I took from the last lesson. So I just try to remind you again with example. His father has just retired, something like this, right? Like I told you before, what is the meaning of retired? Ya, kemarin kan udah Mem jelasin tuh. Siapa tahu ada yang belum tahu kalau misalkan retired itu the meaning of pensiun. Yep. Okay. So here ini yang disebut ya, kita bahwa dia tidak bisa berdiri, harus ada itu dijelasin siapa gitu, bagaimana, kecuali memang pada saat imperatif. Memang dia tadi disebutkan bahwa jika imperatif memang tidak perlu menggunakan itu, tidak perlu menggunakan subjeknya. Okay. Now, okay, first we talk about there. If there is no subject here, no other subject we use there to talk about, kita bisa menjelaskannya mengenai apa, where or when something is. There's an interesting book on the shelf. There will be an eclipse of the moon tonight. So you have to pay attention here that we have, this is number one, when. This is number two, number or amount. Number three, something, existing, or happening. Ini ada tiga. Dia ditujukan kepada where dan when, kapan sesuatu itu terjadi. Ya, apa maksudnya itu? Kemudian dia juga menunjukkan apa ya, jumlah. Ada berapa banyak. Nah, kemudian juga menjelaskan mengenai sesuatu yang sudah ada atau yang sedang terjadi. That's a small one that I told you before in the last lesson, right? I hope that you still remember this. Ini memang hanya mereview saja supaya nanti kalian bisa mengingat kembali apa aja sih yang udah kita pelajari. And then after there kita punya yang namanya it. I'm besarin dulu deh. Okay. It. We use it to talk about. Untuk ngomongin apa? Times and date. The weather. Yep. Kemudian, this is the one. Okay, number one. This is number two. We use it with the verb be and an ing. Ya, ini yang disebut dia menggunakannya ing. Ini it is kan? It is itu bisa ke to be-nya, living itu bisa ke sini. But kalau kamu menggunakan to meet, artinya you have to remember with this one, to infinitive. Verb one. Okay, got it? Ingat lagi ya, di-recall kembali ya. Kadang-kadang kalau emang belajar menggunakan kayak gini nih ya, kita banyak sekali challenge-nya. Tantangan kita tuh banyak banget, tapi kita harus tetap maju. Don't give up. Jangan menyerah. Kalau kalian berhenti sekarang, kapan lagi kita mau maju? Jadi tetap aja ya, keep going gitu. Usaha ngerti kalian juga bisa search di mana saja saat ini kan, juga Google juga banyak sourcesnya gitu. Jadi penjelasan misalkan nggak sangat jelas, kalian bisa pindah ke Google, gampang kan? Okay. And then ada lagi sih contohnya ya tadi. Ini sih ada contoh juga sih yang menggunakan there begitu. Coba membesarkan dulu ya. Jadi other usage of dummy subject in various tenses. Jadi penggunanya tidak terpaku hanya pada apa namanya simple present aja gitu, tapi ada juga di past perfect, advisability, present perfect tense seperti itu. Jadi dia bisa digunakan dalam berbagai macam tenses. There had been a thief last night. There should be a teacher now. There have been 20 applicants so far. Gitu kan. There is no pillow, isn't there? Gitu. Jadi kita apa namanya tidak terpaku hanya pada satu tenses. Jadi ada bermacam-macam tenses bisa menggunakan dummy subjek atau subjek boneka atau subjek bayangan kayak gitulah. Oke, lanjut lagi. Kita punya apa ya sekarang ya? Oke, ini kita punya contoh. Oke. Di mana dan kapan tentang sesuatu ini yang contoh dari there ya. Tadi kan rata-rata dari it ya, sekarang ini there-nya. There's an interesting book, there will be an eclipse ya. Angka atau jumlah ini tadi sudah dijelaskan, tapi ini ada dalam bahasa Indonesianya tapi sama saja. Kadang kan orang memerlukan begini, belajar bahasa asing saya perlu terjemahannya dulu mem baru saya mengerti. Jadi kadang mem harus speak in English but sometimes I have to back to Indonesian gitu ya, Indonesian language. Kadang untuk menjembatani, kadang kita sudah berusaha semaksimal mungkin tapi untuk mendapatkan poinnya kita perlu menerjemahkannya gitu. So this is maybe in Indonesian, tapi sebenarnya sama dengan yang pertama tadi ya contoh-contohnya. Oke, silakan kalian tulis juga nggak apa-apa. Kalian mau apa namanya mau kalian screenshot, saya juga tidak pernah mempermasalahkan akan hal ini. Oke, jadi itulah kita talk about pronouns. Silakan dicoba di di summary, ringkas gitu. Maybe you can easily to understand for you. Okay, students, thank you very much. I hope that you can understand this and try to practice in every book, in every source that you have. Okay, thank you and goodbye.